trying to connect. There you go.
Hello, welcome to Geek Speak.
Oh, hey there, Geek Speakers. How are you, eh? I don't know why I'm thinking Canadian. It's the worst Canadian accent I've ever done in my life. And I apologise to any Canadians that may be listening.
Monday Night Live, Geek Speak Live.
We couldn't do it last Monday because the apocalypse near fucked us. The heat wave that hit Australia. If you're from out of the country, or out of, like, if you're in West Australia, it's hot over there all the time. Yeah. They're probably like, oh, toughen up, Queensland. Last Sunday and Monday, near fucking killed us.
And
we were both.
And I had the man flu. I had the real man flu.
Yeah, he was in quarantine and all because he's like, no one wants to catch the man flu.
You can actually get a medical test now to prove that you have got the man flu.
Really?
I didn't do the test because that means needles.
Anyway, and also...
and nothing sticking in me.
Anyway... We've had a big meal of Mexican tonight. We're ready to podcast, well, live cast, not podcasting, live cast and talk to you about all cool things geeky.
Yes.
But quickly, I hope everyone had a geeky Valentine's Day last Tuesday. We were going to wish everyone a happy geeky Valentine's from the Geek Speak crew, but we didn't live cast. So belated happy Valentine's Day for last week.
Did you have a nice Valentine's Day?
I did. The lovely wife and I actually watched a film that I have never. She cannot believe I've never watched this. We watched the other night. What a Valentine's movie this was.
It sounds so romantic so far.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors?
I had never ever watched it.
Steve Martin.
What's his name? Rick Moranis. Jim Belushi's in it.
Is John Candy in it?
John Candy. He played like a radio DJ. And all that in it. Look, honestly, I actually really enjoyed it. It's cheesy.
Have you been singing the theme, the music for the
week
since?
No, I haven't. But the wife, she was too busy watching my reaction during it because Steve Martin's character blew me away. It was such a departure.
He had hair. That's such a departure.
And he's hairy. And anyway, so as you do afterwards, we're kind of Googling around and the lovely wife's looking up IMDb.
Hey, don't be saying that's what you did on Valentine's Day night.
IMDb. And
okay.
So it came out in 86, right?
Wow.
Little Shop of Horrors was 86. Now, it was based on the stage play, but the stage play was based on a movie from, I think it was the 50s or something like that. 50s, 60s? No, late 50s I think it was. And in that film, that was Jack Nicholson's first film appearance. In the original Little Shop of Horrors. And he played the character that Bill Murray played in the 86 version of the film. The guy who goes, like, what do you call him? Someone who gets off on pain. Masochist?
Masochist?
Yeah. So he played that, and I tell you what, like, Jack Nicholson has not changed anything in his career. Like, fuck me dead. Go watch the clip. It's really interesting to see.
He was eating the background, the furniture?
Yeah, chomping away through the scenery. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't a musical. The original movie's not a musical. So, yeah, they based a stage production on it in the early 80s, I think it was, and then made the movie that we all know and love today in 86. And the lovely wife said to me, she goes, that's like 30 years old now. She'll be 31 this year.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't it time Hollywood did a remake of Little Shop of Horrors? Would you love to see that? What about you, Geek Speakers? Would you love to see someone remake a modern version of Little Shop of Horrors? Imagine with the effects you've got today.
But what I can imagine seeing is how America is doing all those live musicals.
Yes.
On now, they've done. What did they do? Grease. They did Rocky Horror Picture Show this year.
Yep.
So it can't be too far away before they do this.
Yeah.
As a live.
I'd actually like to see a brand new major motion picture. I would love to see someone take a run with it today. I don't know who you'd cast in it. That'd be interesting. Actually, we should just put that out there to the Geek Speakers, to you guys and girls, and just say, who would you cast in a remake? If you were doing a modern remake today of Little Shop of Horrors, who would you put in it?
Okay.
You'd probably have someone you got to have someone in that can sing. And you probably want younger actors for the lead role.
I don't know anyone that can sing and act.
Justin Bieber.
He can't sing and act.
No, he can be the first.
He can't sing or act.
He could be the first guy that gets eaten by the fucking plague.
Okay, now that I would pay admission alone to see that.
I'm sure half of fucking Hollywood would too.
Oh my god,
Hollywood would.
Your Valentine's Day sounds so romantic.
It was geeky. It was awesome. Both of us enjoyed it.
Romantic.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
I had a nice romantic dinner.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah. And
then I went upstairs and cried myself to sleep.
Aw, Ginge.
Yep.
You big softy, you. What else were we going to talk about?
Candles and everything.
On the weekend, you and I had a bro date, and we watched The Founder, Michael Keaton.
Yes, we went and watched McDonald's.
No, we watched The Founder, based on the story of Ray Kroc, who didn't quite found
Wasn't
McDonald's.
quite the founder, no.
No, but always kind of sold himself as being the founder.
Yeah, it was a really great movie. I hope he is nominated for an Oscar again this year.
Man, it was great. If you haven't watched it yet, I think it's been out in the cinemas over here and gone, and it's coming out on DVD very, very soon. So check it on out if you get a chance. But fantastic! 2 thumbs up.
And,
really
and
loved it.
if you're interested in business too,
Yeah.
check it out because there's so many ideas.
As a business owner, there's little things I kind of gleaned from. I went, that kind of translates to modern day business.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, some of the stuff they did.
I'll pay homage to that. I won't steal that idea.
Really, really liked it. Now,
Hey Tony, g'day Grant. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey guys. Now you had a little bit of news about Star Wars. The new Star Wars.
Yeah, word is that a mate of ours, Benicio del Toro.
He's no mate of mine. I've never met him.
Haven't you?
No, you had drinks with him, have you?
Well, like we both were doing Sam Booker shots, and then he said, "Hey, okay," and horror.
You sure it wasn't just some drunk guy and not actually Benicio
I'm
del Toro?
pretty sure it's Benicio del Toro.
Okay.
And Benicio del Toro told me that he's going to be in the new Star Wars.
What?
He's going to be in the new Star Wars. He's going to be the son of Boba Fett.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
Are you got a character name yet?
what they're saying is his name is Vikram Fett.
Vikram Fett, the son of Boba Fett. Boba or Boba? What do you guys say? I've had people say both. I always say Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Tell us, geek speakers. You're out there. What do you say?
Well,
do you pronounce it Boba, like Bobba, or Boba? And you can just if it's Boba, Boba, just and we'll know what you're on about. Then just comment and tell us how you pronounce it. I always say Boba Fett. Is it an Australian way of saying it?
Yeah, I think so because in Return of the Jedi,
Do they say Boba?
yeah, Harrison Ford says Boba Fett.
Really, I think Boba Fett sounds better.
Yeah, well.
Maybe that's his Australian cousin.
But
Boba Fett.
But the thing is, a New Zealander plays Boba Fett in the new canon.
Yeah, and also there was Jango Fett, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is Boba Fett's dad.
Oh, really? Here we go. Boba Fett. Boba Fett. There you go.
There you go. Boba
and
Fett.
we've got Tony says Boba.
Yep.
Boba.
Ethan says Boba as well.
So I'm wrong. Is that what you're all saying?
It's not Boba. It's not.
Well,
You can get out of my house, Boba Fett.
well, if there's breath in my fucking body, I'm going to say Boba Fett. Bieber Fett. Oh, good God, Grant Robinson. No.
Ixnay on the Bieber.
Anyway, so that's fantastic.
Yep.
Benicio del Toro. That's an interesting casting.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I reckon
Well,
that's pretty cool.
he's the Collector in the Marvel universe.
Yes, he is too. Yes, he's an interesting actor. I never know how to really take him.
And he's already been in James Bond movies back in the 80s.
Yes.
So
he has.
I mean, he's been in everything known to man.
Now I'm a little bit upset because we know that Ben Affleck has dropped out from directing the new solo Batman film, and then it came out that what was his name? The guy who was coming on,
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves was apparently in talks. Now that's broken down as well, and Batman is once again without a director at the helm, and I'm fucking worried.
Which is interesting because it still has a release date.
So the studio needs to get their finger out and get a director and get this ball rolling.
Which is a problem because yes, we've got an ending, but the start is getting closer and closer to that ending. So
and I worry that the quality is going to be less.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only that, there's also that rumor running around that that Armie Hammer, that's how you say it, Armie Hammer has been tapped on the shoulder and gone, look, Ben Affleck's talking about possibly pulling out. Would you be keen to step into the role of Batman? Now he was originally cast in George Miller. When George Miller was doing Justice League with Megan Gale as Wonder Woman, which I'd still pay to see those photos.
Oh, yeah.
Armie Hammer was apparently flown to New Zealand to Weta Workshop, and they measured him up and tried him on for a suit that Weta have got hidden away under lock and key. And apparently, I think it was Kevin Smith saw photos of it, and he said, never before have we seen a costume like that on the big screen for Batman.
And they reckon the costume, it was a mechanical costume, almost a bit like the Kingdom Come Batman.
Yeah, like the exoskeleton and everything. That would have been cool. But anyway, so he has been loosely kind of tied to Batman before when he was going to be Batman in George Miller's Justice League movie, which never come about.
Yes.
So
Upsetting.
But yeah, I'm worried. I'm like, come on, fucking DC, Warner Brothers, get your shit together.
That's what happened with the Phantom movie, is that they had the release date, and then all these directors left, and then Simon Windsor, the Australian director, took over and had to speed through it to get it out for the...
Which worries me, because, like, you look back with nostalgic eyes, you go, it wasn't that bad. But really, when you think about it, it kind of was. Wasn't it? Really? It wasn't fantastic. Now, exciting, or just kind of the... I don't know, would you say exciting or scary news that Mel Gibson is apparently in talks?
It's freaking amazing news!
I know, but people are losing their mind online. They're like, oh God, you can't get Mel Gibson to do a superhero movie. He hates superhero movies. Well, he's probably the best fucking guy to come out and direct it then, isn't he?
He's got a gold statue.
He has, and people love Hacksaw Ridge, apparently. I mean,
Yes.
Fuck Braveheart, one of my all-time favourite films.
On.
As soon as I heard that the other day, they've gone, he's in talks to direct, Mel Gibson's in talks to direct Suicide Squad 2. I've gone, fuck yes! That would be fantastic. We'd probably get a better film than that piece of shit we got for Suicide Squad 1.
And he's got the balls to stand up to Warner Brothers, I think, and say
And
no.
call them sugar tits.
And say, hey, sugar tits, you're not cutting a single frame out of this edit. This is the director's edit. It goes straight to the cinema.
Good on
Sugar
you,
tits.
good on you, Mel Gibson.
Hey, if Mel Gibson called me sugar tits,
You'd be flattered. You'd be
Oh,
flattered.
Mel. Oh, Mel.
Oh, Mel.
Ladies, comment below. Tell us. Would you like to?
Don't.
What?
No, we're not going there.
Okay, guys,
No.
comment below. Would you like to be called
We're
sugar
not
tits by
going there.
Mel Gibson?
I tell you what, I watched an awesome film last night. It's been years since I've seen it, and then we just got talking about it before. The Incredibles was on last night. The wife and I sat down and watched The Incredibles. Brad Bird directing that.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going last night, where the fuck is the sequel? And we know it's coming out next year.
Yes.
We get Incredibles 2 next year, but why has it taken this long to get an Incredibles sequel out? Why? Why is that Hollywood? It's crazy. It was such a good fucking film. It holds up well too. Like, we watched it there last night and laughed at everything that you meant to laugh at. Just thoroughly enjoyed it and just sat there and went, why didn't they follow this up sooner? Nothing.
I don't know. I'm not tapped into Pixar.
Oh, well, you said
to
you
say
were
to-
friends with Benicio del Toro before.
Hang on. Let me get Pixar's phone number out of my book.
Now, to the people who have been talking to me lately in the shop and going, you said you were going to read fucking Monsters Unlimited, Todd. What's going on? Have you been reading it? Guess what? I am up to date with Monsters Unlimited. Monsters Unleashed. Fuck, I just fucked the title of it up. Monsters Unleashed.
Hang on. Can you just do Monsters Unleashed? It's red.
It's been a long day. It seriously has.
That's
and the Mexican food is sitting
See,
heavy.
I told you, you lick your finger and then grab the corner of the comic and flick it, because that's where the cocaine stash is.
Ever lick my comics if I ever lend you any. You don't you touch them with a licked finger or anything else. Now,
No,
listen,
because you've already licked them all.
I talked about the first issue, which was the whole series is written by Cullen Bunn. Okay,
That's his name?
Cullen Bunn. Yes, Cullen Bunn. Bunn.
Sounds like something you
Cullen.
buy at the bakery.
Bunn.
Can I get a Cullen bun and a sausage roll, please? Oh, and a chocolate milk.
See what I've got to work with. Anyway,
hungry.
and it was drawn by Steve McNiven. Now, Steve McNiven only did the first issue because the second issue was, what's his name? Greg Land, I think it was. And the third one was Lionel Francis Yu. So it's not consistent.
We know Lionel
We've
Francis
met.
Yu.
I've got some of his original artwork at home. Top bloke. But anyway, it's not consistent. Like the artwork, because it's different artists. And yeah. So, look, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I wouldn't shout from the rooftops that it's a fantastic series. And I don't know why they've just given it a go. They're going to read... Like, this finishes the mini series, and then they're going to launch it as an ongoing. And I was like, really? Marvel? As an ongoing? Why?
Hey, Andreas, thanks for joining the conversation.
Yes, so Monsters Unleashed 1 to 3 I've read. So if I had to rate it out of, say, 10, 10 being really good, 1 being... I would rate it at about a 6.5.
Oh, really?
6.5.
That sounded closer to a 3.
No, 6.5. I was going to say 6, but no, give it an extra half a point.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to see it out to the end.
Above average.
Yeah, it's above average. It's nothing to write home about. It's enjoyable. It's big monsters fighting, like superheroes fighting big monsters and everything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, the latest 2 issues, 16 and 17 of Green Lanterns, has been fantastic. Now, remember, we've talked about Green Lanterns before, because it's Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz, right? And they're two rookie Lanterns that Hal has made. They've got to work together. They can only charge their rings through the lantern when they're together and all this kind of thing. So they're kind of tied together to work together as rookies, right? And the dynamic's been really good. It's one of the standout series from DC Rebirth.
Okay.
Issue 16 and 17 is a two-part story arc where they team up with Batman and Gotham.
Oh, hello.
To help him take on the Scarecrow. Holy shit. Has this been a great crossover? And it takes me back to the 90s when you used to see characters come across and cross over in other people's books.
And actually do a decent job of it?
Yeah, and not be like, oh, this is a fucking 6-issue fucking story arc or whatever else. It was a two-parter. It was fantastic. Really, really enjoyable. And as I've said, it is a standout of DC Rebirth, Green Lanterns. If you haven't... First graphic novel's out now, the first collected edition. Go to your comic shop, pick it on up. And a personal recommendation also is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps Volume 1. That book has been really fantastic as well. Pretty much most of your first volumes, bar a couple, of DC Rebirth are now out on the shelves of your local comic book store. You can go and pick them up. If you miss DC Rebirth and you're hearing good things about it, you want to jump in, now's the time to do it. Go and pick up the graphic novels, collected editions, and check them on out. Really fantastic. But Green Lanterns, if you're in the comic shop and you just want to pick up two awesome books that you don't need to read a whole heap of backstory on, Green Lanterns 16 and 17, the crossover with Batman, where they go to Gotham.
Cool.
If I rate that out of 1 to 10, 10 being and 1 being I'd have to give it a 9.5.
Is that because of the tacos?
What, the taco?
Hey Val, thanks for joining, man. Ethan, he wanted to know what's basically Monsters Unleashed about.
The series is about there's these like meteors falling to Earth, right? Wherever they fall, up pop these monsters, right? Hey, my lawyer talked to you about this shit. He meant to wear gloves. Anyway, wherever they land, monsters pop up. So all around the world, different groups like the X-Men, the Inhumans, fucking the Avengers, the Champions. I'm going to talk about Champions in a minute too. They all are trying to battle monsters, right? But in the background, there's this young kid, Cade Quay. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, he seems to be an Inhuman. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but whatever he draws monsters. He's got this thing, he loves monsters. So when he draws a monster, it appears. He can almost summon them. But not the bad monsters. He's not the one summoning the bad monsters.
Oh.
Right? This is an off-worldly thing that they're trying to prepare to take over the Earth. So these monsters come down for its overall monster
protection thing,
monster lordship type thing, and they're coming down to soften up, ready to take over the Earth. Right? So he's actually summoning the good monsters of the DC universe, right? Like Fin Fang Foom and all those kind of guys.
Sorry, what was that again?
Fin Fang Foom. I'm not saying it again. Anyway,
what's his power?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
Go read the fucking book. So the heroes are now kind of like, oh, okay, this kid's an Inhuman, and he's got this power. Oh, what else can he do? Can we kind of work with this? And they're working. It's only third issue in, so it's getting there. As I said, it's not bad. 6.5 out of 10 is what I give it. What are you writing down?
Well, I'm trying to work out if I could draw something that will appear as well.
I see what he's drawing. Don't show that to the camera.
Wait! I'm hoping that it'll appear.
Pamela Anderson is not walking in the door, okay? And if she
How
does...
did you tell it was Pamela Anderson?
Because of the size of what you drew.
Oh, hang on, I should probably...
Either that or it's Dolly Parton. I also want to talk about, and this was a surprise hit for us at Kaboom. It was a surprise hit in store at Kaboom last week. It shouldn't have been, because I've been telling people for ages to buy it, to pre-order it, and they didn't. And of course, we got a whack of them on shelf the other day. Sold out within the first day. Within probably the first 4 hours of the day. Gone. Super Sons.
Someone was whacking in your store?
Super Sons #1 Rebirth. So, well, it's not Rebirth. It's just Super Sons #1 as part of the overall DC Rebirth thing. And what it is Damian Wayne as Robin and Jonathan Kent as Superboy, and it's a team-up book. Oh my fucking god! I just showed you some of the preview art before.
Yeah.
And even you sat there and went, really
bit of
good.
all right.
Yeah. Now written by Peter J. Tomasi, who I have just gushed about previously and said how fantastic of a writer this bloke is. And remember, I had trouble pronouncing this guy's name, and I'm going to fuck it up again by saying Jorge Jimenez.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Jorge Jimenez. George.
You mean
George Jimenez.
You mean you're gay Jimenez.
I'm married. Anyway.
You're gay imminent.
Dustin Ewan did one of the covers on it. George Jimenez did the artwork inside. Fuck, it is good. It is fantastic. The story is fantastic as well. And just the dynamic between Damien and Jonathan. Now, I'll give you part of it, right? Jonathan goes to go. I'm not ruining anything, but Jonathan goes to get on the bus to go to school, right? Because he's out, like some little town.
But he can fly, right?
But he's not allowed to because he's got the whole secret identity, right?
Secret identity.
Anyway, so he goes to get on the bus, and there's this old kind of grizzled guy sitting there driving the bus. He's like, "Where's the regular driver?" He's all sick. Sit your ass down, kid, kind of thing, right? Anyway, later on at school, he sees the same thing. Turns out it's Damien in a costume, and Jonathan's into him. He's like, you're not meant to be driving. Like, he's like, get on the bus, kid. Like I drive. Small. Get on the bus, Smallville, kind of thing. And he's like, you can't drive. You're a kid. You're a teenager. And he's like, you're not even 16 yet. And Damien's just kind of oblivious. Puts the mask back on, like, get on the bus, kind of thing. And it's awesome. Seriously, if I was to rate this one, it'd be another 9.5 out of 10. Super Son's #1. Go to your local comic book store. See if if they haven't already sold out. They might be like us, Kaboom Comics, and have sold out completely already. We're going to be ordering more in.
Okay.
Get it. Pick it up. It is fantastic. It was one of the best reads I've read in weeks. That's cool. How good it is.
Cool.
So, yeah. What are you grinning for?
Nothing. Sorry, what was the name of the artist on that again?
I'm not saying it again. Anyway, something else I did want to talk about real briefly.
Yeah.
Because two of my favourite all-time creators, DC, finally released the news last week. Two of my all-time favourite Batman creators, Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan, are together again on a Bat project. It is Bane Conquest. It's a 12-issue maxi series coming out. I'll soon tell you.
Well, while you're looking that up,
Michael
says, "Hey gang, love your work. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in."
Thanks, Michael. May first issue, Bane Conquest. Now it's a 12-issue maxi series.
He'll be back in May. Because I am Bane. Hello.
Fucking hate that portrayal of Bane in the movie.
Yes, it was terrible.
Bane is meant to be South American. He's meant to be like Santa Prisca. It's meant to be a bit like Puerto Rico or Cuba or somewhere like that.
Well, what I don't understand is it's I am Homer. Homer? My name is Guy Incognito. But it's that voice.
I am Guy Incognito.
Like a thing over his face. Anyway,
back to the news.
Anyway, Bane Conquest, 12-issue maxi series, kicking off in May. Now, Graham Nolan's knocking it out of the ballpark. I'm following him on Facebook. I'm friends with him, and he keeps popping little bits and pieces of his artwork up from this series, and it's like, it is fantastic. They've gone back to the 90s. Essentially, like Bane, how he should look. He's big. He's addicted to Venom again.
Yep.
Now, in the latest issue of Batman, we start seeing the build-up, written by Tom King, by the way, and artwork by Dave Finch. The latest issue of Batman, issue 17, and you start seeing the build-up to this Bane Conquest in there. So Bane, I guess by the end of that, he's back on Venom. He's pumped up. Everything else. They reintroduce Trog, Bird and Zombie, which were Bane's three henchmen from Nightfall, where Batman had his back broken by Bane back in the 90s when I got into comics, you and I.
Yes.
So those two characters, we've never seen them again since Nightfall. They have popped back up in the latest issue of Batman, and they're going to be integral to Bane Conquest, the story that Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan are doing. So make sure you get along to your comic book store. It'll be in the next Previews magazine, which is out in like 2 weeks. So comic shops will be taking pre-orders for that one. Bane Conquest, 12-issue maxi series. Seriously, Todd's pick of the year. That one is going to be fantastic. And if I ever get a chance, Graham Nolan. Graham, if you're ever watching this, I love your work. And Chuck Dixon.
Yes.
Stop it. I would love to meet them both and shout them a beer and just say thanks for getting me into superhero comics with your amazing work back in the 90s. And I've been a fan ever since. Fucking big thumbs up. Love it. Graham Nolan. Top bloke to follow, by the way. He's a real bloke's bloke. He loves fishing and drinking and everything else. So, pretty sure he should have been Australian. Ginge, what else have you got there? Venom is like VB. Beware kitties. Well, if Venom tastes like shit, Michael. God,
I was thinking it, but I wasn't going to say it.
I hate VB. How any self-respecting semi-alcoholic can drink VB is beyond me. Oh.
Hey, is it anything like methylated spirits?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
What else we got there?
That's about it for today. Is there any other news that you've heard throughout the week? Anyone want to comment or ask us a few questions about some geek news this week that you've heard that we haven't mentioned so far?
I'm addicted to Gardenscapes on the phone, thanks to my lovely wife.
You're not apping again, are you?
I hate this game. I really do.
God.
She's up to like level 600. I'm on level 82. I actually have to pass the phone to her and go, can you get me past this level? Don't play Gardenscapes, but if you do, look me up, because I need lives, so send me lives.
I thought you stopped playing apps on your phone.
I did. I deleted them all.
You were buying stuff for your cattle in bloody Farmville.
Farmville. I actually spent good real world dollars in Farmville. I had the best looking farm because I fucking bought it. Hey Sean.
Thanks for joining, man.
Nearly at the end of it. Sean, where you been?
Come on.
Big shout out actually to Sean up there, Sean McGoldrick. Max Comics and Collectibles up in Mackay. 2 thumbs up, top place. Go and say g'day to Sean, tell him Geekspeak sent you. Actually, sad news. Well, not sad news, but depressing news in a way. But you can help so many comic book stores worldwide. We've just, in the last week alone, there's been another 2 American shops shut their doors. There's a couple of crowdfunding campaigns here in Australia for different comic book stores. Now, one of them, who have always been good to us in the past, they've let us film there before and everything else, Ace Comics and Games down in Brisbane, 2 locations, City and Annalyn. They're running a GoFundMe campaign at the moment to raise some much-needed money to... they've had a lot of wholesale accounts over the years, and some of these wholesale accounts have gone belly up in the last few months and left them with big piles of money. I mean, of course, the stock, when you're a supplier, the stock usually goes out, and you've got like terms. And so these guys have shut the door, kept the stock, and not paid Ace. So they find themselves in a situation, along with a lot of other comic book stores, where they need a bit of help to keep the doors open. They're restructuring and everything else, and they're offering some thank you things to people who do pledge. They're on the GoFundMe, so check it on out. Ace Comics and Games. If you can spare a few bucks, help them on out. Or the best thing to even do,
just walk into the shop.
Walk into the shops and buy some product. And if you're with any comic shop, if you've got your local comic book store and you're a box customer, you haven't been in for a while, get your finger out, go and pick up your stuff. Go and buy an extra graphic novel if you can afford it.
You ordered it, go pick it up.
Go and pick it up. Yeah, God, it irks me as a comic shop owner when you've got to chase people constantly who want these books ongoing and then take 4 months before you see them in store again.
And then the worst thing is when they order something and it's completely obscure, no one else
and don't pick
in
it up
that
and
region
you're stuck with it.
Will never want that object.
I hate that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person.
Don't be that guy.
Or girl, because girls do it too.
Well, hey.
Don't be that person.
Don't be sexist.
But anyway, if you've got a local comic book store and you love going to visit your local comic book store, support them. Go and pick up your stuff. Go and buy that extra graphic novel. And tell the owner, you can spread the word, that kind of thing. Tell your owner that you're happy to be in there and all that kind of thing, the shop owner. Just go and help local comic shops out. And check out the Ace GoFundMe. If you can pledge a couple of bucks, or if you're in Brizzy, go and pick something up from them and just help them make sure they keep the doors open and everything else. And if you're watching this from overseas, same thing. Whether you be in the UK, Canada, or America, or wherever, Puerto Rico, Mexico. There's places everywhere. Everywhere's got comic book stores, and they're all kind of feeling it at the moment. So go and support them. That's my Todd soapbox for the week.
Here,
I sound chap.
Comment below. Thanks very much for everyone who's watching along.
Jade, like the Skywalker helmet. You like it, Jade? Which Skywalker helmet? Here? You got something in the background?
At your shop?
Oh, yes! Yes! Yeah, fuck, I had that for ages. I had to, discount the guts out of that. I made no money on that. We sold that at a loss.
I should have bought that.
You should have. Why didn't you support me?
Well, I didn't order it. While people are thinking of, if you've got any quick comments or quick questions down below, in the meantime, now you know about Major League 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
Now, the reason I say that is because I finally found Major League 3 on DVD. Okay. Major League 3 back in the minors, right?
Yeah.
If you have not seen it, I'm going to give this to you, dude, to watch, right? It has got...
Yeah.
Scott Bakula.
Oh, good
from
God.
Quantum Leap in it.
Yeah.
You have to watch this. Where they've dropped back into the minor leagues. It's Scott Bakula, man. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Anyway, see how we go. I might check that on out. Anything else? Anyone else got anything else for there?
That's about it.
thing that people don't pick up. Yeah, you did right, Jade. So much stuff as a comic shop, and it frustrates you And we try to stay on top of it. We're sending out messages to people all the time, going, "Hey, you've got a big pile of comic books here." And we always say to people, like, "Let us know if you want to cancel your orders." And most people are like, "No, I want to keep getting my stuff," and then you don't see them for fucking 4 months, and it's just frustrating. Some of the weird stuff we've had over the years.
Yeah.
God, some of the weird books we've actually had, adult comics and stuff. In the old, we can't get them anymore, and we don't stock them anymore. But in the old days, we used to have some weird adult. I think one of them was called Banana Games or something like that.
Banana Games?
I had to throw it out. Like, seriously, I could not sell it after that. Because that guy ended up, I think, don't quote me, but I think he might have got locked up. I think he got arrested for something. And we never saw him again. And I got stuck with his weird books. I had to throw them out.
Is there any weird books? Let us know. Do you remember that I was at... people are asking for
we want
for
a
you to
review in the next video, guys.
Major League 3.
Oh, you want
and
this?
No, Charlie Sheen wasn't in it, no.
I didn't have Charlie Sheen.
But, Serrano and the... Yeah.
Hashtag not winning. I like it, Michael. Yes, hashtag not winning. There's no tiger blood in this film.
No. Do you remember... Like, we're talking about the weirdest comic you...
Ethan, hentai. No, not quite hentai. No. It wasn't... it was more like a Western comic. Yeah, it was an adult book. Like, we used to deal with some adult comics. We had people who used to... There's a special little... Oh, God. Now, this takes me back. They haven't done it. Diamond haven't done it for a while. I think you still...
It was a sealed section, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't a sealed section. You used to get a separate little mini... previews, adult previews, and it used to have...
That's right!
Used to have, like, porn videos in the back, and...
Not that I ever read it, I only read it for the articles.
Erotic comics, erotica, and erotic comics, and a lot of that kind of stuff. And we had a couple of customers that used to order stuff out of it, and I tell you what, one of them said to me one day, he said, "Here, put this on, just for, you know..."
No.
Anyway, I'm just going to say it, right?
Anyway, the shop just tune in. We're going to play it. Right?
No, we're not. The shop was shut this day anyway, so just throw it on. Because it just came in from it. And I put it on. It was the most soft-core thing you ever did see. You'd be able to buy it through JB Hi-Fi over here. But in America, that was considered adult and had to be sold through a separate magazine and everything else through Diamond. It was the most soft-core... I don't even think you saw anything in it, really. I've seen worse on TV. Anyway.
Was it a customer in a trench coat?
We never had the dark, because I used to just keep behind the counter because there's only a handful of guys that used to order it off us. And so
there's only a handful of people that knew that it existed, this adult previews.
You were one of them.
Hey, I never bought anything out of it. I only read the articles.
A customer wore a trench coat. Yeah, it was Ginge. It looked like a turtle. With the big hat, the fedora and the trench coat.
The big sunglasses on.
I watched a bit of an episode of the classic Turtles yesterday. Yeah. It didn't fucking hold up well. Oh, it was horrible.
But while we're talking about weird comics,
yes.
Remember we were at a comic convention in Brisbane. This is years and years ago. Back at the RNA Showgrounds, right?
Yes, the old RNA Showgrounds, Supernova.
We were going up through the Artist Alley, and I bought a comic which was not necessarily a comic. It was like A4 sheets of paper that was stapled together.
A zine.
Almost a zine, but it was comic art in it. Mm-hmm. And I saw Vampire Hunter on it, and I went, shit, yeah, I want to buy this. All right, don't judge me on what it ended up being, okay? Look, this is not anti-Semitic. This is anything, right?
Yeah.
It was Adolf Hitler, Vampire Hunter, right? And the idea of this comic was, you're really worried about what I'm about to say, right? Yeah, is that the group of people that he... Yeah.
You know what? I bet you they've never been to another Supernova in their life. Because
after I flicked through it, holy shit! I've then given it to our friend of ours who's from England, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
He's like, "How did this even get into a convention?" And today they wouldn't because the people go up and down. Supernova kicked out someone. Was it 2 years ago? An Aussie artist over like nudity in a comic that was on display in Artist Alley. They were like, "You can't have can't have that on display." They've tightened right up. That book, I kind of remember.
Did he not have tassels on his?
He was a female artist, actually, a female creator, and she got asked to leave. And there was a big outcry over it and everything else. But I actually backed Supernova there. It was kind of like, well, it is family-friendly atmosphere. You shouldn't have that kind of stuff. I do remember the book you're talking about. There's no way that would be available at Supernova nowadays. I do not know where it is at the moment,
but it was scary. It was scary. It felt like you were holding onto something that... It was... Yeah.
April, Gold Coast Supernova. I don't know whether we'll be going down. I haven't gone to a convention in a couple of years.
No.
To be honest with you, Australian conventions do nothing for me. It's the same old people, same old vendors, and I just get bored as hell nowadays going down there. If you're looking forward to Gold Coast Supernova, tell us who you're going to see. I don't even know the guests yet. Who knows? But yeah, if you're interested, let us know and
change our minds.
Yeah, change our minds. Tell us why we should go this year. Because I'll be honest with you, the last time I went, I was bored shitless. I was. Supernova, it's the same thing. And Oz Comic Con's no better. Oh my god, they just had the same rotation of fucking guests all the time.
You got to go to Armageddon.
Armageddon in New Zealand. Now, they do it properly. If you ever want a great convention to go to in Australasia, now still not going to be in comparison to the American conventions, but if you've been to Supernova and you've been to Oz Comic Con, you want something a bit fucking better, go to Armageddon in New Zealand. Plus, you're in New Zealand then, and it's fantastic. And the Kiwis are so friendly. So to our Kiwi cousins across the ditch, cheers. And no, I didn't say cheese. I said cheers. Cheers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed
Grab
now.
your jandals and your chili bun and we'll go over to New Zealand, eh, brew?
Yeah, not sponsored. This isn't sponsored by Armageddon.
You can take us. They did. But
they can.
We were across there a couple of years ago. That's the trip I proposed to my wife. Not at Armageddon.
How romantic.
We went to Wellington. It was after a visit to Weta Workshop and everything else. That was the same trip. I did Hobbiton. I did Weta Workshop. Mark 1 Comics in Hamilton. Fantastic comic shop. If you're ever in New Zealand on the North Island and you're in Hamilton, go and check out Mark 1 Comics. They are fantastic. One of the best comic shops I've ever been to in my life.
So you proposed after a comic book convention?
No. That was at the start of the trip. Literally the day we landed, had to pick up the car from the airport, drive straight to where the convention was in Auckland. I was at the Geek Speak gear on. I had the twins actually.
My sisters.
Your sisters were my crew, and the lovely wife. Well, back then she was just my lovely girlfriend, and yeah,
also known as hostage.
Yeah, and look, we had a ball of a time at Armageddon, Auckland.
The photos looked amazing.
Yeah,
the photos looked amazing,
and just the gaming area. Holy shit, it looked like an American convention. Each gaming company had these big displays, big banners, and you walked in, you could test play their games and everything else. Oh my god. It was fantastic. I'm gushing. I want to go back to New Zealand now just to go to Armageddon again. They do a couple all across New Zealand. There's Wellington.
Sorry to do a bit of this.
Okay. I know what this is.
Does it have anything to do with your proposal?
No. That was in Wellington in the Botanic Gardens. Out near the duck pond.
Yeah.
You go out a little gazebo out around the duck pond. I'm not going to rehash it here now.
And you stole my
I didn't steal it. You taught me it. For weeks, he taught me how to do the proposal. I twirled my lovely, now wife, around, and as I twirled her mid-twirl, I dropped to one knee, and then...
And she thought you were joking all along.
At the start, I think she thought, he's joking. Then I pulled the ring out, and I went... And then, yeah... And look at me today. I just did the finger. Married.
Fuck, man, you're a romantic fuck.
Ah, thank you, Michael. Yes. Thank you. I am romantic.
You're romantic.
It was cute. Thank you. My wife.
I noticed that your wife hasn't commented below.
She's probably tuned in going, I'm telling everyone how he proposed to me again.
She's like, God, it was terrible the first time.
Oh. Hush your mouth, boy. Anyway, that's it for Geek Speak Live. We'll be back next Monday. We should be right.
7 p.m. Monday night, Geek Speak Live.
Make sure you set a reminder in your phone or something. Go, 7 o'clock, Geek Speak. Unless there's the Armageddon again, we'll be there.
There's a box up here somewhere where you can click and it reminds you. I think it might be. Yeah, it's up here or down there. It's kind of around here.
Anyway.
And it says reminder.
Yeah.
And when you click on it, it'll actually send you a reminder to say that we're going live.
Yeah.
So check us out. Monday Night Live.
No worries. Thanks for tuning in. Todd and Ginge, Geek Speak Live.
Thank you for being my hostess.
You're welcome. I'm going to sue you next week for touching me. Anyway, have a great night. Stay geeky, Australia.